Before we start the video, make sure you check the description to join our giveaways.
Mechanical headway has acquired their extreme overlap changes, particularly as far as blockchain arrangements. The uncommon Vechain exchanging stage currently offers the lumbering cycles that made the authoritative development late. This exceptional blockchain-based organization is instrumental in changing elements of an association more clever and methodology all the more obvious. Allow us to look at the ongoing subtleties of Vechain and comprehend the Vechain cost expectation for what's in store. Vechain, behind the screen saga. The cerebrums behind this blockchain-based arrangement, Sunny Liu, made his blessing from heaven in 2015, an objective that was to make the store network and item the board life cycle immaculate. Radiant Liu conveyed his immense involvement with the field with his spell at Louis Vuitton China before this endeavor. For the establishment, Vechain brags of being the finished arrangement taken special care of production network improvement necessities. The credit for acquiring extremist changes the item life cycle through a productive overseen framework goes to Vechain. While seeds of Vechain's starting point can be followed back to Ethereum code, today, the central credits of Vechain are essentially put to use in installment organizing, casting a ballot, shrewd agreements, and significantly more. Because of inventive arrangements from Vechain, designers can today give highlights outfitted straightforwardly to business customer base. Vechain record and check each data about the production network development which further guarantee security. Vechain price prediction 2022. As indicated by Vechain cost expectation, the market has all the earmarks of being hopeful, and it might stretch around $0.056 for 2022. The expected value of Vechain's coin will bolt to 5 cents in momentary giving fascinating return by year-end. Our Vechain value expectations ought not be understood as venture counsel. Financial backers are prescribed to convey their own exploration for VET cost examination, support level, and opposition level to limit the gambling gauged with such an unpredictable market. Mission Vechain. To comprehend Vechain Foundation, one necessities to scrutinize the beginning. The main role behind making this sort of blockchain organization was to resolve the issues being experienced by the operations area, particularly concerning dissipated and disproportionate information. While the business battles enormous information traffic every day, sadly, a framework to make this information transferable and very much smoothed out was the center issue that stayed neglected. Extreme compartmentalization leaves the whole production network the executives in the greatest number of cases to depend on unified information sources. Eventually this brought about an information transmission that was less real and hazier. Vechain, rendering multi-dimensional transformation. The characters through advanced mode made on Vechain token called VET are liable for acquiring more prominent responsibility the total inventory network the board. The fundamental idea of the Vechain or VET improvement arrangement is to upgrade inventory network the board and item life cycle the executives. This goal is achieved using circulated record innovation, DLT, of Vechain. Vechain has empowered NFC and RFID radio frequency identification chips driven reconnaissance. All the while, the Vechain blockchain stage has likewise permitted the utilization of QR codes and supply the executives. The labels and sensors are an essential piece of Vechain usefulness. Through this, Vechain can follow and direct significant information in supply-based operations. This data is transferred survive this blockchain stage. This approach helps the business examiners in impeccable and quick information the executives in view of a credible confirmation framework. This technique is of fundamental significance, particularly for enormous complex stock chains. As an organization, Vechain assists undertakings with keeping consistent vigil and business refreshed in view of simultaneous turns of events. Vechain has worked with a not so much bulky but rather more powerful verification of authority agreement through Know Your Client confirmed hubs empowered by the VET Foundation. Without a doubt thanks are because of Vechain comprised monstrous organizations. The two blockchain network tokens, VET and Vechain Thor serving inventory network arrangements, are prestigious for making a computerized wave in the digital money market. Vechain is the great money medium that has tracked down its execution in installments and casting a ballot. Simultaneously, VTHOR tokens, VTHO, is a token given to Vechain proprietors to run savvy contracts on the Vechain Thor blockchain. Vechain gives organizations the capacity to follow a tremendous measure of information. These pointers can incorporate things like quality, credibility, capacity, temperature, and transportation status. Stunningly, the Vechain stage gives these elements by means of a without trust and circulated business biological system. Along these lines, the Vechain stage diminishes above and further develops responsibility. A significant achievement. Calculate the whole range of Vechain as a recipe in light of DeFi SafeI nuptial. Vechain stage centers its entire series of arrangements in view of a blend strategy helping through decentralized finance, DeFi, and centralized finance, SafeI. It recognizes the benefits of the two stages and thus gets extraordinary and diverse osmosis rising up out of these arrangements. This coordination gives simply put together responses based with respect to the straightforward and credible trade of data, viable cooperation, and high velocity as team moves. The Vechain stage can distinguish the resource's proprietorship since the resource's start. It originally showed up rapidly. Consequently, the utilization of Vechain decreases the event of misling of highest team scholarly and speculation properties, extortion, robbery, and a lot more considerably. Vechain price prediction, bull or bear? The ongoing cost and Vechain gauge. According to the last year Vechain news, according to a speculation viewpoint in the crypto market, are profoundly changed. There are two sorts of cost expectations, i.e., long-haul Vechain cost forecast, Vechain VET momentary cost expectation. To see something similar, Vechain cost forecast for 1 year or the Vechain cost expectation 2022, i.e., transient VET cost expectation in light of current cost, i.e., current Vechain cost figure approximately for a year. Vechain cost expectation, i.e., long-haul forecast, i.e., 2025 Vechain future cost figure. Though all freedom saved by numerous sites, there is significant ground for this mega crypto Vechain cost forecast. Because of the pandemic, while somewhat recently, Vechain digital currency has been playing out its best in business sectors as of late. It has not fulfilled the assumptions for the computerized resource financial backers concerning cost. This is primarily because of the vulnerability winning on the lookout. Because of the pandemic impact, the venture situation has seen change and is probably going to go on according to Vechain cost expectation 2022. Unpredictability in the Vechain cost has hit its capitalization as well. Subsequently, the expensive Vechain cost forecasts has previously hit its absolute bottom.